Whoa, did I shit my pants? No. It's a new Utsu-P album. And it's a double album. Wow. Fucking. Don't worry, I'm already disappointed in myself. Put my fan on. Tired. Alright, actually, want some water too. Fuck. Water. Okay, so, isn't me complicated, I haven't done this before like this, but, if things go well, which they should, what I'm doing in real time is I am recording my reaction to the album first, and then I'm doing the review after, and I'm gonna post the review first, and then the reaction way after, like a month or so, because, this album technically isn't out yet. It's out, but it's not. Utsu-P is selling this in CD form at a con right now over in Japan, which I cannot get to. I have no money of any kind, so here we go. Fuck. People who did buy it, put it online, and I've been eagerly awaiting this somewhat, and I've been waiting. I've been looking every day to see if someone uploads on YouTube, or some people did. So I got that. So the reason why I'm having this upload way later is because, out of respect for him, I don't want to have a full album reaction before it's officially released on like streaming services and stuff. Because right now it's only CD, so it's not released yet, but like in a month it will be actually released, and everyone can listen to it, via, Spotify and YouTube, I'm pretty sure, and I think other places, his Bandcamp. But yeah, so I'm gonna have this, I don't know what date, I'm probably gonna have it set for, I might have it scheduled for like the last day of September, or I might just have it on my computer and upload it by choice at some point, which I'll probably do more. But either way, the point is, I'm doing this first, and then the review I'm actually going to post right after this, which should be, if this goes well, like a month or so before this video. So, here's how it's going to work, right? So, Utsu-P is amazing. I love him very much. He is great. He is in my top 5 favorite artists, like, period. Like Utsu-P and Tool and Swans and Journey and I forget what the point is. I like him a lot, and he is known for his Vocaloid metal, death metal, pop stuff. He's very good at songwriting. Definitely like if I had to put a percentage on it, I think there's a 95% of his discography that I just love. Like, these very rarely makes bad songs. And then when the singles are coming up for this album, I was being consistently let down. He's experimenting more. He's already experimented before. Like, he's done songs that are more death metal and pop, and new metal and pop, and thrash metal and pop. He's done a lot of different things. But mainly it's some kind of metal and pop, right? And he's also dabbled a bit in EDM splicing at certain points, and especially with albums like Renaissance, where he'd go full electronic at some points, even some bonus tracks way back in the day. But for this album, what he's doing is he's going in the kind of hip-hop-y direction, and usually that is always bad when a metal artist goes into hip-hop stuff. It always turns out bad. And like I said, I was let down by the singles pretty consistently, but from what I've heard from people who have listened to it already, when you listen to the full album, it makes more sense, and they're not as bad, and the ones that do sound kind of similar are very far apart, and there is other tracks on here that are really good. Apparently, the 3 best tracks are the 3 that weren't singles. And the last track specifically is apparently really amazing. It's apparently one of his most artsy tracks to date. And here's another one more of my concerns off the bat, right? It's a double album, and it's most of this half of this album. It's split up here and there, but half this album about is covers, remasters, and other versions of things. Like for example, like Greatest Show on Earth is from Renaissance, his past album. This is interesting. This is a cover of Let Me, which is a classic Vocaloid song, but it's more like electronic and has like accordions and stuff in it too. So it's very interesting to choose this. And then you have some other things. I think My Roars he wrote for a VTuber, I think, and this is like the Vocaloid version of that. I think, I'm not sure, but either way. And then Friend Shit is from his other band, Ohio Gozaimasu. So there's a lot of like, I don't want to call it filling space, but it's very odd that it's not original songs, extra stuff, and it's all spliced between. That's very odd to me. And well, I don't know. Either way, we're gonna see how this goes. I hope that this goes well. Because like I said, I didn't really like the singles, but I've heard if listen to the full album, it's a lot better of an experience. So I hope it is. And my music taste has also broadened a bit since then. And so I hope that, because I also don't remember any of these at all. The only ones I remember are Gamoth, and that's it. Because that was like the one single I actually really liked that I think really worked together. Apparently I like Bizarre Food because I have it favorited in some places, but I don't remember it at all. Of course I know this. Of course I know Greatest Show. Atari Final Program I do know. That's also from a previous album. The only two I know are Copyright Bitch and Gamoth, because those are the two that were the singles that were really good. Now we're gonna get into this. Hopefully this is good. I'm hoping. I really am. Hold on. I'm gonna get more water. 1 second. Ow! My toes. Fuck. 1 second. I've returned. Again. Okay. Another thing really quickly is that, broken headphones. If you do want to support the channel, subscribe if you want. What I try to do, if you want to support the channel, subscribe. What I try to do is that a lot of review channels, like mostly all of them I feel like, and critic channels focus on what's coming out, like what's in the mainstream, what is the newest releases, all that kind of stuff, right? What I try and do is, for some of them, if they interest me, I'll look at them, but mostly I try to Mostly what I try to do is I try to focus on artists that aren't in the mainstream that, definitely need more attention, and I try to highlight music that from a lot of different genres that just needs more attention, and that could have some more eyes on it. So if you're looking to discover new music, this is a good place. It's a good place to do that. And as well as that, I am trying to record and make an album of my own. And I'm doing literally everything by myself. I'm doing the recording, all the instruments, all that kind of stuff. I got violin and 12-string guitar over there. I actually got like a drum set right there, which it's hard to see because of the light. I got a bunch of guitars and bass and keyboard to that side, which you can't really see, but they are there. You can kind of see them. Point being, if at some point, I have no idea when, but at some point when that has more progress, I'll let you guys know. But again, if you want to support and subscribe, that would be cool. Stick around for that. as well as that, I do have a Patreon. If anything gets blocked on the channel, like reactions and such, right, they will go to the Patreon, and they are free to actually watch. But if you want to support the channel, feel free to go through Patreon right now, and that'll be, again, very well appreciated. And it's rearranging my desk, sorry, hold on. That'd be much appreciated, definitely. And you don't have to, because again, everything on the Patreon, which is very little, only things that are blocked, which is not a lot, everything to watch there is free. It's just a matter of, I need a place to put it, so it's there. And it's 2 in 1, so right now I believe there is 2 Pendulum reactions, a Little Yachty reaction to let's start here, Aphex Twin, I Care Because You Do, that album. I think that's all the ones on there. Yeah, okay, so, alright, cool. Let's hope this doesn't get blocked. It shouldn't. But, let's, alright, okay, cool. Well, that is very much not cool. Love that. Cool. I did things too fast, I guess. Let's not. We wouldn't do that. That works. Yeah, that works. Oh, that works. Okay. 0. Nope. Damn it. I gotta do it this way. Alright, fine. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's try. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Track 1 is Happy Pills, title track. Just a little intro track. I think it's English, but I can't tell. Already, this is a really good intro, I will say. Alright. It's a good intro. Next track is No Cure for Life. Of Life. One of the few original tracks of this album that were not singles. Ooh. That's nice. That's nice. That's really nice. Drums are kind of loud, but at least right now it kind of works. This chorus is good. It could be better, but it is good. Nice flow, nice drop as well. Nice double bass. That was nice. There we go. the background choir from the intro. This is good so far. I can't really complain about much, to be honest. This chorus is growing on me a bit more too, as it goes on and repeats here and there, as they do. That's nice. That's pretty nasty. Slow down again. Nice, nice. Okay, that goes right into this one too. So already I want to stop for a second, but already the transitions are really good, really good. I know this one already, so I already know how the transition was gonna go, and it is great. The thing I usually have an issue with this kind of music, the genty stuff, is that the drums are very overcompressed a lot of the times. So it rather than I was watching Brad Taste in Music do react to the Sleep Token album, the new one. What's it called? The white one, the new one, the third one in the trilogy, or so, the last one, the one everyone's hyped about and such. And he was saying that, like, rather than have something that is composed to be very grand and big, they just have the production feel grand and big. Like, everything's over compressed and all that kind of stuff, and that's kind of it. And the composition is very whatever. And I feel like this, with the choir vocals and all, like, the tempo changes and stuff, it does feel grand. And also because most of it is really heavy, that the overcompressed drums actually do fit it more. Because even in the Sleep Token album, the heavier parts, I had to say he's wrong. Whether it goes into the calmer parts and the drums are just as loud as the heavier parts, yeah, it kind of does feel kind of mismatched in a way. But so far this is good, and it is very strange because this is strange. Not that, because this is one of the, from what I remember, the more hip hoppy tracks. At least the intro is definitely, and it's very interesting to have it go from one of the more metal tracks right into this hip hoppy background or so. But we're gonna get into this. This is track 3. We're already 3 for 3 because I already know this song. It's a nice rhythm to it. Very nice. Nice little pinch harmonic there. Nice flow, all that kind of stuff. The drums are different in this one too. Never mind, not in this part. The snare roll buildup is good. Bit of a dip, but in a good way. Those pizzicato strings in the back are nice. There we go. It's a good chorus, it's alright. not much for me to say or complain about, really. It's good. The rhythms and the beats are good. Production is good as always. I'm gonna need to change at some point here. It's all been kind of the same, except for this, I think. Yeah, there's some things different back there, so alright. That's really good. That's nice. That was real vocals. That wasn't Vocaloid vocals, that was real vocals. I think those are real too. Okay, that track, I feel like it could be better, but it's still good. It doesn't blow me away. It's a bit repetitive, but if you're listening or just vibing, as most of this music is for, just vibing, wallpaper kind of thing, either or. If you're like listening to it carefully or you're vibing, I feel there's enough little changes that it's all right and it can kind of slide by. But it is very good. I just wish there was a tiny bit more, not a variety, but either way, I'm honestly nitpicking. It's a good song. It's good. It's like a 8 out of 10 kind of thing. But yeah, we're gonna keep going. Next we have Vulgar, another one of the singles. This intro is good. That's nice. Those triplets. The tuning on the Vocaloid is really good too. The best he's had, I think. Kind of a Russian hard bass feel in the back. Hand in the back. I feel like the chorus could be a little better, but that's the only complaint so far, pretty much. That was nice. That's nice. Like bell in the background. Again, not much to complain about, just trying to listen closely. These are very detailed instrumentals, there's a lot going on. There's a synth, there's a piano, there's a vocal line, and the drum line, obviously, the guitars and all that. That was nice. That was nice. Ending on the chorus or ending on the intro or the verse. The intro thing is probably the best thing it could have done, because I thought that intro part, that whatever, that's part the best part of the song, at least rhythm wise, and that composition wise, very good choice to end on. It's weird because when I first listened to the song as a single, I didn't like the song at all, and now it's good. It's really good. It's weird how the brain is with like bias and stuff. It's really, it's something. The thing that gets me about Utsu-P a lot of the time is that he can very easily, and he has done it before, do this hardcore metal stuff, or do like really poppy stuff, or do like really hip hoppy EDM stuff. You can do either one of these, and again, it usually blends pop with metal, or this is the first time we're really hearing pop and like hip hoppy in a way. But it's really it's interesting to me because, like, again, I'm a big fan of his. I listen to all his albums. I keep very close tabs on his releases and stuff, right? And there are some of the albums way back, like War Fuzake, where it's all metal and stuff, and remasters and all that of previous tracks from his early days. And then he has the bonus track, which is this bubblegum pop EDM ass fucking song. It's a bonus track, but the point is that like tracks like that, tracks like what's that song? Black Showtime from Traumatic or PTSD, especially the PTSD version. It proves that he can do these different things. And sorry, not Black Showtime. I'm thinking of for the poppy side, yeah, but for the electronic side, I was thinking of again, Atari Font Program is really good. Ones like what is it? What's the one? It's off of Algorithm. It's I think it's Algorithmic Kabucho. I think that's the one. Point is that he's proven many times he can do like any of these things. So I hope he does go back to more of the metal-centric stuff, but like if he's doing these other genres and they're doing them good, then I can't really complain because they're good. I got flies in my face. Sorry, I can't complain. Like obviously, I'd probably prefer the straight metal stuff with the pop edge to it, but again, if it's good, I can't complain. And this is good. It's not my preference, but like. And I want to listen to Utsu-P, I'd go to other tracks that aren't of this style. But again, I can't complain. They're just good. The next one is Hidden Boss. It's alright so far. Ooh. That's nice. That's really nice, actually. Space in the background going crazy. Stop start. I feel that could have hit harder. This chorus is kind of eh. The verse is the best part of the song so far, for sure. It's changing so fast. This riff is nice. This is really nice. There's so many parts to the song. Which is true for a lot of his music, to be honest. He has a lot of songs where there's just like 5-6 parts to them. Go more electronic. This drop was a lot better than the first one. Makes more sense. Alright, this is better. Even if the melody itself isn't great in the vocals, the instrumental and the composition is really carrying the song. That was nice. It's what the hell was that? Laughing? There's so much going on in this song, and it's that Peter off was nice. There's so much going on in that. It's so incredibly detailed, like a lot. There is like so many like rhythm changes, compositional changes, melody changes. There's a lot. That was a very detailed song. I don't think it's not a song I go back to. It's not. I don't think it's good in and of itself, but in terms of the entire album, it at this point provides something we haven't heard yet, which is this completely chaotic, totally all over the place sound, and although again it's not as catchy by itself, especially in the chorus, it does keep that attention and that energy going the entire way, and it's not that long. It's a little under 3 minutes, so didn't go on for too long. It's good. Next up, Bizarre Food. I remember this one, at least the intro. This is nice. This is good. This is good. Ooh. Nice. This is good. Nice drop into here. Nice chorus. It's the same as the intro, but that's not the point. Still good. And it's a good one, so I don't mind hearing it again in this different context. That is a nice riff right there. Ooh. This is nice. Nice slow down, nice build up. Nice. Nice. Again, you have those real vocals in the back for nice texture. He hasn't done them before. I don't think I've ever seen it before, actually, with the real vocals and Vocaloid vocals in the same setting. That was really nice. It really was. That was. I don't want to say as good as something like Gumoff, but it was probably on the same level as the first two tracks. Like this was definitely, this was good. Now this one is a Vocaloid version of one of his songs with his band, Ohio Gozaimasu. So let's see. This one is good. Let's see the whole. What did he say? All right. That's nice. This part's alright. I feel like it's being carried by the riffs so far. The more I'm hearing this chorus, the more it's growing on me, to be honest. That's nice. The grip is nice. There's certain parts of this song that I really like. Other parts are kind of, they're turn it down a little bit. This is a song I would have skipped by now if I was listening to this on my own. It's alright. The tuning, though, is great, though, on the Vocaloid. Again, this album has some of like his best tuning yet, which makes sense. Nice breakdown, which makes sense because like with the new releases of I'll wait a second. That's nice. The doubling up on the guitars or so, the notes. Double time or whatever. That's nice. And the fade out of that. Did they just cut? Hold on. Okay, no. There's a weird like pop at the end, but like it was on time. I thought like cut before or something like that. But what I was gonna say is like yeah, the tuning on the Vocaloids is like really good because I mean, why wouldn't it be? He's already really good at tuning Vocaloids, and also with the new releases of some of with the AI powered Vocaloid stuff and just the new stuff like Synth V and Vocaloid 6, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? Vocaloid has probably sounded as good as it ever has been, which, technology, that's usually how that works. But there's been some exceptions with, like, V4X Solid and all that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, like, I think the thing that surprises you the most is that because he's able to pull off these different styles so well, and either way, I think the Vocaloid stuff is probably what striking me the most, because on all these songs, what jumps out to me, it doesn't jump out to me, but what I notice a lot is that the Vocaloid tuning is stellar. And even when the singles were coming out, I couldn't tell if they were real vocals or Vocaloid vocals, so that is good. This song's okay. I'd skip it every time. It's not really that good. The riff is good, and there's certain parts that were good. I just wish they had some different choruses, or just, at least they made the riffs on different songs, but like the songs, it's okay. I'm not gonna really fault the album itself, kind of, for it. It's an odd choice to have. What Utsu-P tends to do is that he releases everything he does somewhat. Like you can see his progression. He does remasters of old songs a lot, and he's not really shy in not releasing things because every artist progresses, and so it's an odd choice that he'd choose to have a song from his other band that is not as good as his other stuff and put it on this album, unless he made the vocal version first, which is I don't know how his process works, but I've noticed that his best stuff is on his Vocaloid albums, and then from what I heard of his band, Jesus, it's nowhere near as good. So I don't know how his process of writing comes. If he writes something and it's not great, he throws it to his band. If it's good, he throws it to this. I'm not really sure, but it's just odd that this album has a lot of like. I know why, but it's still odd that it's like, oh, this version of this, and this version of this, and this version of this, where it's like, I don't know, he could have had like maybe an EP or something like that separately. Because he's done that before with albums like CDR and I think Super Issue Work has, where there were just remasters and there were no original songs on them. But either way, I'm gonna keep going through it because I keep talking a lot. Next song is another one of the singles. Kind of a Alright, time for him to be objective here. I personally do not like this song, but I will say it's a good song. I can see other people liking it. For some reason, it's not grabbing me specifically, but I won't say this isn't a good song. It's just not my thing. So this song, right? I do not personally like it, but I can definitely see how someone else would like it. It it's not really that it's bad. It just doesn't grab me per se. But it is a good song, which is a very strange thing to say, but it is good. Lots of good production, lots of good catchy melodies and stuff. It's just personally for me, it doesn't grab me. But again, lots of interesting, really good production choices. Lots of switch ups. Yeah, it's good. Definitely one of the more hip hoppy tracks on this album, as opposed to more metal tracks. But yeah, let's go to the next one. It is the cover. Okay, this is one I was very interested in, because I actually have heard a rock cover rendition of this before by sorry, I'm all ADHD today. I've heard a rock cover of this before from my boy Will Stetson. I think it's Will Stetson. That, or it's Akane Sensu-Sora. One of the two male Vocaloid anime vocal cover channels I know of. There's very little male ones, to be honest. There should be definitely more of those. But point being, one of those two did one with, I think. Well, actually, hold on. I want to check. I think it is. How am I going to do? Alright, fine. It would be down here, I believe. I'm doing this very quick. I just want to make sure I'm crediting the right people. Because from what I remember, this was actually a really good rendition. Oh, there it is, Will Stetson. Yes. Reek. I was going to say Freak. Good. Okay, I'm glad I checked. Reek. This one was really good. So, what I want to do is I want to listen to this first. And I might listen to that after, just as a comparison and make some points, but we'll start with this. I hope it's good. But I'm very interested to see what he does. Because again, the original is very electronic, very, not dubsteppy, but kind of. It's very electronic. And it has a lot of things that be really, not impossible, but hard to fit in this. Like, it has some accordions and, very electronic fills, like things like almond breaks and stuff. So, we'll see. Hopefully it's good, but no guarantee. Already promised and start. Very interesting, compositionally wise. So far, he's doing it. It's good so far. It's weird because in the original, it was an intro then a drop, and his didn't have the drop yet. It used, instead of the drop, it was like a build-up. That's nice. Turn this up again. Yeah, the choir vocals, interesting. Whoa. He has the original in there. He has the xylophones. I don't know why I doubt him, to be honest. I don't know why I did. So menacing. Alright. I feel like the drum rhythm and the vocal rhythm kind of clash a little bit. I don't know why I doubted him at all. Ah, someone's in my eye. No. Fuck. I hate this. Anyways, that was great. That was excellent. Shit. Give me a fuck. That was great. The point I was gonna make with the other cover and the original is that I wouldn't know how you take a song like this, which is originally very creepy, disorienting, and it's in a very electronic. Damn flies! It's in a very electronic setting, especially in the composition. A lot of stuff with production stuff, stuff like the drum fills and breaks and all that kind of stuff in the song. There's definitely parts in the original where the percussion is kind of doing weird, trippy changes. And at least for me, what good covers do is when they flip the genre, they find compositional equivalence. And he definitely did that, and that's what I liked so much about the other one as well. It wasn't this heavy, it was more rock than metal. But I really loved how in the middle that the weird trippy percussion meter changes were there, the pattern changes. I liked how it was very interesting how, because in the original it's tiny intro for 4 meters, big opening intro thing, and then it drops into the verse. And this one, it was a constant build of the chorus, which was it worked though. This is a good cover. It definitely is. I wouldn't say it is perfect, because I feel like near the end the drum patterns start to clash with the vocal patterns. But other than that, because there's also other songs where if done right, you can have different grooves going on at the same time. You can kind of mentally kind of switch, like even Bleed by Meshuggah, or certain Rage Against the Machine songs, I think, where you can choose the drum groove or the guitar groover. So, but when you have songs like this where the drums are so compressed and so loud, it's really hard to focus on the other parts of it, because even if you try to, the drums are so invasive, whatever. Point is, this is a really good cover. I would not say it is a 10 to 10, but it's definitely really good. I'd say an 8 or 9. This is really, really nice. I'm very impressed with this. Next we have Hello Builder. Okay, more hip-hop-y stuff again, alright. Sound like a gunshot for the drums for a second. Wow, back to that like Russian hard bass kind of thing. That hits very hard. That is nice. This is a bit loud in my ears when it's not good. It's either too loud or too quiet. I can't really fix that, to be honest. I'm sorry. Yeah, there is like a weird like gun sample in there. There's like the load there. At one point there's like the shooting. Even that, I think they're saying pew pew, I think. Yeah, there it is. Ooh. S meter. Or the offbeat or whatever. The end part was nice. So my thing with this, right, is that I don't think this is a good song. It's not that great. But it has some really cool moments. And again, I feel like there's something to say there where when the album is kind of lackluster, at least it's doing some new things, so it's not completely, they're not complete throwaway tracks. I would not go back to this one. I would not. But in terms of listening to the album, it's making it easier to listen through because I also have extreme ADHD, right? So like this is a double album. It has to be at least entertaining throughout the entire thing, at least. So I'm glad that for the songs that aren't good, it's at least doing some different stuff. So it's not horrible to listen to. So I can at least give it that. Are we on? I think we're. Hold on. Where are we in this? Not disc 2 yet. Okay, that's what I thought. So next we have the last track to just go on, which is the remaster of Greatest Show on Earth, which I am interested how he can make what he's gonna do with this song, because the original was always the original was already really good, like really good. So I'm worried that what he does with this will make it worse, because it'd be really hard to make it better because it was already really good. I wouldn't change anything about the original, so. I will say right away what I didn't like about the original, not didn't like, but the only thing I would change that you don't notice it itself, but there was one point where it was done live where this little intro part was played instrumentally for extra, like, 4 bars, and then the vocals kicked in, and then that I realized, wow, that actually is a very nice instrumental part that you can barely hear, and it's only there for like 5 seconds. So I do like in this part that in this version it's a little louder. I do like that. And it's a little different too, I think. I think it's the same so far. Maybe it's the mixing thing. He does this a lot where he'll take pass-ons. There it is. I get it. Yeah, yeah. So what he does a lot of the time is he'll take songs from his previous albums at certain points where he's noticed that he's come a bit farther as a producer and a just in mixing and stuff. He will remake past songs with current standards. So this one, yeah, the vocals sound a little bit better, and the instrumentals mixed a bit better where the bass is higher, and yes, already this is good. It's nice in the back. Nothing to say right now so far. It just is good. It's just the original with better mixing. Slight compositional changes, very slightly. That's different. That added part in the back. And if it's not different, I couldn't hear it in the original at all. Way too quiet. I think it's new, and it's good. That build-up is different. Background vocals are louder in this version as well. That's good. Nothing to really say about that one. It's just, a remastered, better version of one of his past songs. And I would probably definitely choose this one over the other one. It's the same, really, except for that little added bass part, the fuzzy bass, and the right before the chorus drops in. And then it's just mixed better, so the things that should be louder are louder. And yeah, it's good. I still wish he would extend the intro just a little bit. I like the live version. It's a very nice part. I wish he'd have more of. But either way, now we're going on the disc 2, which starts with another one of his. I think this was from Unique, which is his last album, and Renaissance, which was what Greatest Show on Earth was from. Was like his second last album. So Renaissance, Unique, than this one. So let's see what this one is. It's already different. The vocals are different. I remember which song this is now. Fly out of the bumblebee ass, fucking piano in the back. Yeah, I think it has real vocals mixed in there at certain parts. I think. It's a song I thought it was. I would definitely prefer the other version of this before this one. Horns are an odd choice, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah, there is real vocals in there. Little ad-libs. I can see people liking this version better because it is more heavy. But I would prefer the other one. But again, at least it's it does fit this album a lot, the vibe of it, so can't say it feels out of place. He took a song that wouldn't have fit this album and he made it fit this album, which is nice. So I'll give it that. Kind of waiting for this one to be over, to be honest. Alright, that's why it's I already said what I said about it. I skipped every time. I prefer the other version better. This is another one that I don't remember where it's from, but it's not from a previous album of his. At least from the Utsu-P side of things. Maybe it's from Ohio Gozaimasu, maybe it's from, because he has made a song or two for VTubers, like I commissioned or so, right? So maybe it's one of those. I'm not sure, but let's see what this is. Very short. Not even a minute. It's good though. That was nice. It kind of reminds me of I think it's Huge. I think that's the song Huge from the original Shibori Kazu. It's another one of those songs where it's like very, very short. It's like a minute or so. Like doesn't repeat. It's just verse chorus down. I'm pretty sure, but like it's good. It is really good. So far, so far this album's like a 7 out of 10. Like there's a lot of good stuff on here, and even the stuff that isn't good, at least there's some new stuff. But there's and even like the two songs I didn't like, it wasn't that they were bad. They just weren't my thing personally, but I could tell that they were well written, and other people definitely like them. So this is good so far. God willing. Intro caught me off guard. That was really good. This is another one of those ones where it's clearly, because this is Happy Phil's version, it's clearly from something else, and I'm not sure what it would be from. But anyways, that is a nice intro. These are real vocals. Were they real the whole time? Hold on, I need to check if are they real the entire time? Real vocals? Yeah, they were. Wow. Okay. That's all right. That's good. Cool. Sorry, I didn't. So what is this for then? Like, hold on. I kind of want to. I have my phone right here. I'll check. I need to find out what this is for originally. Fly. I see, this is one of the VTuber ones. That one was really good, probably one of the better ones on the album since the start of the album. Yeah, I looked it up, this is one of the ones he made, or he was commissioned for a VTuber or so. But that begs the question, like, why is it on here? Because, like, because the VTuber's also saying this one, because this is Happy Phil's version, which I would think would mean there's Vocaloid on this track rather than a real voice, but it's still their voice. So I'm wondering what's changed. Is it maybe it's probably just another thing where they changed some instrumentals and stuff. So I'd have to listen to the original on my own time, and then I'll probably go back to this on my own time. But yeah, this was a great song. The riffs were very driving. The production was great. I'll just switch up as usual. Very good. I'm gonna try to talk less because we're only halfway through. This is already like an hour and 20-minute video, so I need to get through this. But you know, look at that! Wow. Another great song. I already know this one, so. and I don't know why I doubted him, cause like I was ready to hate this album, and for it to be, I stopped it. I just after I said I need to not stop it. I was, whatever. If you want to listen to the original, then go listen to the original when it's out, I guess. It's out. Whatever. Ah, god damn it. It is out by this point. I don't know why I doubted him at all, because I was ready to hate this album and have it be a miserable experience because it would be all music I didn't like, that was done poorly. It's music I don't necessarily like, but it's done really well, so it makes me like it. Because again, I'm not really a hip-hop person. I like some rap and some things like that, but I'm not at all into the modern stuff that much. Like from like past 5-7 years-ish maybe and onwards, not my thing, right? But I'm surprised because he's pulling it off in a way where it makes me enjoy it. And again, it's bias is such an interesting thing because I remember hearing the singles and hating them, and now I like almost all of them. The horns in the back are really nice. Also, the VTuber for the last song is named Alba Sarah, I'm pretty sure. So if you want to go check that out, feel free. Nice acoustic in the back. Or at least clean tone, at least. Not acoustic, technically. That was nice. Both the drop and that little breakdown. Hold on 1 second. I wanna readjust my fan. It's incredibly cold in here. At least in this area, so I want it to cool down some of the other areas in the apartment. I don't know what to say. It's a really amazing song. Probably the best or one of the best, at least, on this album. But I've heard of mine. The last track is his best, so I'm eager for that. This is one of the singles I remember really not liking. This does have a maybe Rose is because the other one said Rose. I'm pretty sure too, and I know this one had real vocals. So I think it's a guy. So I don't know. Because the other one was a girl. This one's a guy. This is Rose on both. I think, whatever. Maybe Rose is like the arranger or something. But no, then one of the vocal, whatever. Either way, this is another one with real vocals. I already know this. And it's not vocal to vocals. I don't know who Rose is because I'm getting a lot of conflicting information. But either way, this is one of the things I remember not liking like a lot. So let's see how this works. Maybe it isn't real vocals. I thought it was though. I think it's real. It's catchy, definitely. I think the instrumental could be a tiny bit different. Some of the drops are out of place a little bit. At least they feel that way to me. Yeah, that's good. I don't know. Again, bias is such a strange thing in the brain. So what I don't like is that first drop. Yeah, that one. From the first part of the chorus, because it's on the up. So if you're... when you have a motion already, now it's changed, but when you have a motion already, you want to have your drops on the down. You don't want to have them on the up, especially when you just establish a down, because it very comes across very disorienting and not in a good way, at least for me. That bridge is alright. This one seems really good though. This is a much nicer bridge. Again, there's that hard bass in the back. It's so interesting. In this context, at least. Flies, sorry. There, see? That one could be better, but it was still really good. I'd probably give that one like a 6 or 7 for the song alone. This album is still holding up. I'm surprised. I'm not bored of this yet. And usually with albums that I like, even the ones I really like, at minute 10 I gotta like go do something else. So I'm actually, even though I'm reacting to this, I'm very actually pleased with myself, because I'm realizing a lot of things that like I've come very far in, you know, my music taste, my bias, my patience, a lot of, so good W for me, I guess. Win. It's an alright song. This is good. 6 out of 7 or so. Next one is My Roar. Okay. I think this is another VTuber one. That's nice. Nice chorus. Nice hi-hat in the back there. During the last part or so. This verse is really good too. This is a nice part here too. Huh. Interesting in the background. Has a slight Middle Eastern kind of vibe, somewhat. Very slightly. That part too, a little bit, but that was probably more so just because it was, you know, microtones and stuff. Nothing for me to really say. It's good. Like, it is really good. It's really good. Nothing for me to say really at all. Like, there's nothing for me to criticize, and it's just good. So I'm not. It's hard to explain why it's good. It just is good. The mixing's good. The melodies are good. All that. It's things I've already said before. So let's go on to the next one. Order. HAL cover. What's that? I got it. This is another cover of someone else's thing. I never heard of HAL. I wonder who that is. Let me look. Course, trying to look up fucking order HAL or HAL order. Order HAL gives me autocorrects for order hall, which is something from some game. Looks like League of Legends or something. Then HAL order gives me some fucking Indian news thing. So cool. Ain't that just, you know, amazing. Back to this, I guess. It's alright, this song. It was really nice tuning on that Vocaloid scream. Because usually this just goes right to it. There's that leading with the yeah, which is really nice. It's getting better, which is nice. It's a nice little segment here. I think he's using V6 for this one. That was very like V6-esque breathing sounds. No, I'm thinking of V5. I think I'm thinking of V5. Vocaloid 5. This is one of those ones where I don't think was that great, but at least it was doing some interesting things and different things to keep me engaged. So at least there's that, but I would skip this every time. Next we have Dislike, which is another one of the singles. By the way, if you tip my throat's super fucking dry. Or maybe one of those dumb flies got in there. I have no idea. It's happened before, unfortunately. Tip for artists, especially, new ones trying to start out. If you are deciding on a name for your band, even certain songs, you need to make sure that it's not taken by something else, because that means it'll be impossible to search. Because how search terms work is they're going to go for the most relevant or most known thing by that name. So if there's anything by the same name that is in any way more popular, more relevant, or whatever, it's gonna give the person that instead of your music. So it just happens to be that Order Hall is some League of Legends thing, or World of Warcraft, some game like that, and then Hal Order is some Indian politic thing, something going on right now. The point is, be careful on those. Little tip for you. You got to make sure your band name is unique, and unique enough. Like something like Metallica's a perfect example. Like Metallica, you can't. There's nothing else named that, and it's iconic and it jumps out at you. So just a tip for you there. Picking a good name, an iconic name that is not taken, even by chance, will help a lot. Dislike. Again, when I don't like this much and it's not that great, and right now I'm starting to check out just to being tired and stuff. So when it's not good, it's gonna definitely wear my ears a little bit. I'm listening as much as I can, but unless it's good, I'm not really gonna be concerned with critiquing it too much, or head bobbing and stuff. I'm just gonna vibe to it. Speaking of that, chorus is good. At least it's the interval part of it, the up and down. That part. That's a good chorus. At least that part of it. So whatever. Yeah, I'm starting to check out a little bit. Think about other stuff that's more important. To be honest, my day is actually pretty packed today. And yeah, the sound's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's all right. There's little parts of that are okay, like the melody and stuff in certain parts, but that one I don't think was doing anything interesting by itself. It was just kind of there. Next one, I don't know if it's college or collage, but next one. Already got a cool rhythm. It sounds alright. It's pretty good. I will say that I didn't realize this is the second to last track, and apparently the best one is the last one, the next one. So, if you're getting, again, from Brad, during the Tool Lateralis reaction, he said near the end, someone in the chat said, I'm getting kind of sick of the sound, and then he said, if you're getting sick of the sound on the last track of an album this long, it's a good sign. And yeah, I tend to agree with that. Because yeah, I'm kind of, kind of over it in a way, again. But majority of this has been really pleasant, and this has been a long album. So, props to that. Then keep someone like me and like Brad, who has major ADHD, engaged for this long. When usually, even for things we really like, we tap out sooner. So, either way, next track is this one, apparently, I know pretty much nothing about it. Pretty much, all I know is that it's very artsy, and apparently it has there's actual Vocaloid and like an AI based Vocaloid, so it's not going to be so like choppy or so. But let's see what this is. AI-ma, not I-ma. nice minor key. This is the only track where I wish they knew what they were saying, to be honest. Good chorus, also, by the way. Sorry, I'm deep in thought, trying to think about this for a second. There's something about this chorus, just how the voice is tuned and the melody of it. Right here. I could have swear I've heard that in like one of the songs from Girls Dead Monster from Angel Beats. I think they're having a conversation with AI or themselves, I think. Which all the beeping is, the back and forth of that. Hold on, I want to hear this. That was nice. That tuning going into it. Ooh. Nice. Nice. I think the chorus is the AI part, and it's really nice. That is probably definitely the or one of the best tracks on here, definitely. Again, it's different from the other ones like Copyright Bitch, so it's hard to compare directly, but definitely is one of the best, if not the best. From what I don't want to say I speak Japanese, I don't, but there is over like 100 words or something like that I do know, and certain structure things. I was catching some things. There's a lot of sentences ending in des, which usually means there's some kind of politeness or I think if I got it correctly, when you end things in des, it makes it more polite or respectable or something like that. So there's that. There is I think whoever is speaking is asking questions or like trying to like it's talking to something. I There's lots of deaths, and there was something about death at some point. Shine's death that was near the start. Around this point, they mentioned Shine, which is a death, but it could also be 4, depending on how it's written. It's something to do because they mentioned at the beginning. It says they mentioned I think AI, but it's AI ma, but it's not the title because the title is I a my if it were to be that way, which it isn't. So I don't know what this is about. I'm gonna have to find some lyrics if there is any for it somewhere, but this is definitely one of the better tracks. This whole album is really, really good, really much so. There wasn't, again, I was ready to give this maybe like a 2 or 3, and it's totally reversed, and it's like a 7 or 8. I'd probably be more comfortable saying it's an 8, 7. Excuse me, sorry. I'd probably say between 7 and 8. 7.5. I'll put it that like that. I'll once I go over things more in depth, I'll give it either a 7 or an 8. But right now it's 7.5. But yeah, there's a lot of good songs in this album. It blends hip hop and metal actually really well, which I find I've yet to see, like, I think any or at least very few metal artists do it well. Every time it happens, it's always really bad. Like Muse's new album, Will the People or whatever, it just always turns out bad, and he's found a way to make it work, and I find that is really impressive. And also there's points where he has from what I've seen, this is the first Vocaloid artist to use AI powered Vocaloid with normal Vocaloid, which is very interesting because it's still Vocaloid, but it does give it a slightly different sound to it, slightly different texture and context. So that is really cool. That is really interesting. And I don't know how the AI Vocaloid stuff works. I just know how normal Vocaloid works, and there's actually a lot of work that goes into Vocaloid itself and tuning it, and it's like people who play guitars, electric guitars, they know how it is to try and find that perfect guitar tone. It's a lot of tuning, a lot of settings, and all that kind of stuff on your amp and your guitar, and that's how Vocaloid is too. There's a lot of tweaking and a lot of perfectionism involved. Even with EDM artists, people complain that EDM isn't a good genre because it's buttons on a computer. Well, yes, but like it's a matter of it is insanely like tweaked, and there's a lot of compositional parts in EDM. Usually there'll be like, all these different synths and stuff, and they're all tuned differently, and they're all different. All these effects are different. Sorry, these flies are getting on my nerves. Either way, this is very good. I'm gonna end this here because this is almost a 2-hour video. I'm going to you've already seen it by now, probably, if you watch all my videos, which you should. I'm going to record the review now, and then I'm going to upload this video, the reaction, way later, but you'll see the review first. So hopefully it won't get taken down. That's part of why I'm waiting, because people have leaked the album, people who bought it through the CDs, and those videos got taken down, and not through copyright things. He's very nice about it. He actually goes to him private and he's like, hey, can you take these down, all kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that this will stay up. We'll see. Yeah, like, I don't know why I doubted them. This is great, as per usual. This is probably, I don't want to say one of his better albums, but it's contestant for, like, mid-high range. The worst, I can't say that, because I want to say the worst Utsu-P has, where it's an album with, like, a couple good songs out of a bunch, but usually That's because besides psychodrama, I think the only reason that has happened is because he has like other old tracks on the album. So, but again, like in terms of songs that he writes, 80% of them, probably, are 85. No, no, no. So I'm thinking of 80 because that before I counted how many songs I liked from him, and it was 82. But so I'm getting the next up point is percentage wise, in terms of songs from him that are good that he's written, that aren't collaborative or by other people, like 95% of them are great. Like he very rarely writes a song that is bad. So again, he if you want to support Utsu-P, if you want to go buy his albums digitally on his Bandcamp. They're also, if you want to listen to him on Spotify and YouTube and stuff, he has like 20. He does about one a year, every year and a half ish, and they're always good. They always have been good. He usually does. It's not usually as hip hoppy, but he's very phenomenal at combining different types of metal with pop, from fusion stuff to death metal to new metal to gent to thrash to speed to he's very phenomenal with writing tracks and all those different subgenres, as well as combining them very well with pop and bits of EDM, bits of hip hop, as we see really heavily here. And a lot of the songs have many different parts to them, and they're just very detailed. And you give this guy some more attention. He's definitely worth it. I'm gonna go now. So see you in the next one. Yeah, if you like what I do, subscribe, you do all that stuff. Yep. Like I said before, I try to I feel like a lot of the critic channels and the reaction channels focus on the heaviest hitters and the mainstream stuff and the stuff coming out that's very new. And I want to focus on things coming out that are new that aren't necessarily in the mainstream or they're worth my attention, but mostly focus on artists that definitely need a bit more of a push, and albums and artists that are really good that are swept under the rug from one reason or another. Maybe they didn't get a lot of the advertising and push they wanted. Maybe they're screwed over by a record label. Maybe it's kind of inaccessible to most people. Maybe, the fad they were in is past or something, and whatever. So that's why I got here. Yeah. I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Yeah. Thank you.